It has generally been agreed upon that the cause of carpal tunnel is the trapping and pressure on the median nerve as it passes through an area in your wrist called the carpal tunnel. This would produce pain, weakness, and often numbness in your fingers. Medically, surgery is performed which widens or opens this carpal tunnel in the wrist, allowing for the unobstructed passage of the median nerve. These surgeries sometimes provide relief, although relief may be incomplete, but sometimes they provide none at all. And the reason for these failures, according to the expert, is that the cause of carpal tunnel syndrome is located in the surgical region of the wrist in less than 10% of the cases. So if the operation is in the wrist and it is the wrist that hurts, but less than 10% of the cases the problem is actually in the wrist, then where is the problem? And that's the exciting news. Today, in most cases, the problem exists somewhere along the course of the nerve before it ever reaches the wrist. The nerves that end up in our wrists and our fingers actually originate at the base of our neck. They then course down your arm and into the forearm, through your wrist and into your fingers. In the case of wrist pain, finger numbness, and carpal tunnel syndrome, the nerve can become irritated or damaged somewhere or anywhere along its course. This damage from injury or overuse prevents it from gliding normally along its course over those muscles, tendons, and ligaments. And when this happens, the nerve sheath becomes stuck to other tissues, making normal wrist and hand movements damaging to the nerve. This irritated nerve eventually forms an adhesion to the adjacent tissues along its course in the arm, and the syndrome becomes chronic. As these swollen tissues and nerves pass through the wrist, that they can no longer fit or accommodate themselves through the tunnel formed by the bones of the wrist. That's why surgically opening up this bony tunnel provides some relief, since it allows a larger opening to accommodate this chronically swollen and irritated nerve and tissues. Unfortunately, the area of compression or compromise or adhesion along that nerve sheath remains uncorrected. Therefore, surgeries can often fail or provide only partial relief, since the latest research indicates that less than 10% of these kinds of problems originated in the carpal or this bony tunnel of the wrist. That means you only have about a 10% chance for a complete recovery of wrist problem through carpal tunnel surgery. To learn about our unique, all-natural, comprehensive, non-drug, non-surgical carpal tunnel relief program, call our office today.